As you've read the title of this video and clicked onto it, yes, I finally caught COVID-19 after trying to dodge it for this past 2.5 years. And whilst my initial symptoms and subsequent recovery was pretty straightforward, I want to take this opportunity to kind of reflect on how catching it kind of changed my view towards this whole COVID-19 pandemic. To kind of start off this video, I want to rewind back to my very first video of this year in January, where I basically said that me catching COVID-19 isn't a question of if I'll catch it or not, but rather it's when will I catch it and under what circumstances will I get it. So I caught COVID-19 by living in the same household with someone that tested positive for COVID-19. I was initially naive enough to think that I could kind of dodge it by masking at home, but yeah, I still ended up catching it. And you know, the funny thing about this whole situation is that I've always envisioned that I would catch it through some sort of social event that I was attending. But surprisingly, after attending a lot of outdoor and indoor social events this year, some of which were pretty crowded and like a lot of people, I never once caught it even though I wasn't wearing a mask in most situations. And yeah, I'm pretty certain about not catching it previously, as since the start of the year, I have preemptively done COVID-19 tests at the beginning of each week to see if I'm testing positive or I'm like asymptomatic. Also, now that I've gone through getting COVID-19 and recovering from it, I have a clear understanding of how my body would react to it. Like when I received my vaccine, I had a preview of how my body would kind of react to the virus. But when I actually got it, I had one symptom that I did not experience with the vaccine, and that was my resting heart rate was abnormally high. Like it was hovering around 100 beats per minute, resting, and if I were to do something extraneous, it will go up to 120 or 130. And if I look back at the night before I tested positive, you can see that my heart rate has started to hover higher than my average heart rate. And throughout the week or so that I was testing positive for COVID-19, my heart rate remained high. And I can tell you that during the first 24 hours, I was downright terrified. I was thinking to myself, is my heart rate going to continue to be this elevated even after recovering from this? Or does this mean I can't do any more physical activities in the future? Or am I going to get long COVID symptoms? Yeah, I just had so many thoughts circling through my mind, but thankfully, my resting heart rate went back to normal at the same time I tested negative. And going through this process of catching COVID-19 has definitely changed my perspective towards the pandemic. Since recovering, I have been thinking about how I was kind of protecting myself for the past 2 years with excessive masking, excessive disinfecting of objects, and just avoiding people in general. I'm like, was that even necessary? I truly don't know. I just know that I managed to dodge it for close to 3 years because of those precautions. But yeah, I can say that now I'm more relaxed about this whole situation now that I've kind of experienced it firsthand, but that doesn't mean that I'm throwing away all my masks or like taking away all the precautions that I used previously. I'm still planning to wear my mask wherever possible, and I'm also continuing to do preemptive testing for COVID-19 on a regular basis. Because frankly speaking, I don't know if the next time I catch COVID-19, it'll be as easy of a recovery like this time. It's hard to predict what kind of symptoms I'll have. Like I've been hearing everybody have different symptoms each time they kind of get it. So yeah, it's something that I need to come to terms with given that more variants are coming up possibly in the future and this pandemic is still ongoing. Alright, barring any crazy scenarios that might come up in the future, this will be the very last video that I'll make about COVID-19 on this channel. It's here to stay, and I just need to prepare for when I catch it the next time. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you very soon in the next video.